Alright, Cine Freaks. My name's Chris, and for the last 50 years, I've been a... Hello everybody, and welcome to what I think might be a new series of videos that I'm hoping to be putting out. Over the last few weeks, when I've been collecting DVDs, I've been picking them up in large bundles, knowing that some of my favourites are in there that I could take out, and then choosing other films that I haven't seen and putting them into another pile of unwatched films. Now, over on my Facebook page, I've been doing these things where I've been picking 6 per night and putting them out and then choosing one of those to watch. And I've also tried it by different genres, different actors, directors. I've tried all of March. I went through an A to Z. So I started with the films that I hadn't seen, beginning with the letter A, and then the next night B, and I was choosing one from each. But that ran out and I didn't have anything for U or V or Y or whatever letters there were. X, didn't have one of them. Got a few of them. So I needed to come up with an idea or a way to process all of the films that I've unwatched, because there's no point having a huge unwatched collection. I need to do something with them. They either need to go back into the wild, go to other people who've seen them and want them, or keep them for myself as one of my favourites for my top 500. So what I've done is, using this display cabinet, I've got 4 rows here in the top are all of my top 10 favourites from each year, top 500 that I'm building up. There's about 200 or so there, and I want them as going to be my main display of my favourites whenever I get that opportunity. Underneath here, however, is all watch. There's about 52 per row, 52, 104, 156, 208, and then a few more right on the bottom. In fact, you probably can't see that. Let me grab the camera, 2 seconds. Okay, so starting there, you'll see Howling VI all the way across, and again, and again, and again at the back, right up to this one at the end, which is the most recent of the unseen films, and that is Blue Beetle. So, I'll put the camera back up. Hang on. So, that is my unseen DVD collection. I've put myself on a buying ban for all of April. So as of today, which will be Wednesday when this goes out, as of today for the whole of April, I'm not going out to buy new DVDs, titles or pre-used DVDs or whatever, pre-owned, that I haven't seen. If someone offers me a bundle for free, I'll take it. Yeah, of course I will. If I'm out sourcing, which I'm trying not to do, like I say, too much to get through, but I've set a rule that in 2 weeks' time, if I've watched the first 14 of them, I can then go out and source another 14, because these won't be in my collection anymore. I can then go out and source another 14, preferably just the ones for my top 500, but I can pick up a few, as long as, again, here's another rule, as long as the release date of the film stays ahead of the year that I'm doing my top 10 for, because there's no point picking something up now that I haven't seen from 1986, because I've already done my top 10 for 1986 and it wouldn't qualify. So there's no point picking that up. I hope this all makes sense. Anyway, so I've wrote down the who, what, why, where, when, all of that sort of stuff, and I'll share that with you now. Who's going to be doing it? Me, Muggins here. What am I going to be doing? I'm going to be introducing a fair way to watch the unseen DVDs that I have in my collection. Why? This is the important bit. Why? Because up until now, what I've been doing is choosing via preference or by a runtime. So if it's got a short runtime and I watch a film before I go to bed, I'm going to choose a short runtime film over a long runtime film. And all of the long runtime films and the ones that I'm not that fussed about, I ended up just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there, and that's not fair. And I don't want them sitting there. So this has to be a fair way of doing it. I hope this again is making sense. I need to make room for my top 500. I want to put these out on display rather than films that I've not seen and that could be rubbish. It's as simple as that. And the only way I can do that is by removing them from here, getting rid of them, or keeping the ones that I want. And I need to give each of the unseen films a fair chance to be in my top 500. I think I've already mentioned that. So that's the who, the what, the why, the where and the when. Obviously, it's my YouTube channel. I'm going to be putting these out on a Wednesday. This is the introduction, pilot episode, call it whatever you want, episode 1. And then what I will do is on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, share the films that I've seen and the films that are forthcoming for this week. I have created a PDF spreadsheet document, then a PDF of all of the films listed in their UK general release order, and alongside the third column, that is their expected first watch date, starting April the 1st with Howling VI. So let me just take these out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from April the 1st till April the 7th, I will be watching Howling VI, The Freaks, released in 1991, McBain, Christopher Walken, Critters 3, Critters 4, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, looking forward to that one, Witchcraft 5, and then on day 7, Schindler's List. Again, a film that I've never really been that fussed about seeing, but I probably should see it. So those are the first 7 that I'm going to be watching. I'll release another part next Wednesday and let you know what I thought about them. I will be posting on my Facebook page and possibly my YouTube posts of little mini review type of things of each of these films on a day-by-day basis as I go. It won't be every day, but if there's something that really grabs us that I want to share with people, I'll share it, and that's how I work. I will try to put a link down below in the description so you can access the PDF and you can see the full list, 231 films. You can have a look. It runs from April the 1st till around about mid-November, I think. I'm stocked up till mid-November. If there's any of your absolute favourites on there and I haven't seen them, and maybe it's not until September or October or whatever, I'm happy to switch things around if someone has a recommendation. So if you do, let me know, of course. And as I go through, if I do source any more, that schedule is going to change. So there will be other versions of that. What I'm hoping to do, maybe, is once I've watched them, if I can find them on physical media, like Amazon or whatever, I might put a link to the URL or the IMDb or something like that, so if other people are interested in them, they can find them. But again, I might not. This is just an idea. It's just a way for me to get started and dealing with these processing, because you can't just sit on things and procrastinate. There's no point in doing that. I hope you like this. I hope I haven't waffled on too much about what I intend to do. But those are my 231 unseen DVD films, which I will be watching between starting April the 1st with Howling VI. Wish me luck. Let me know what you think of the idea, and if anyone's done anything like this before. Oh yes, one more thing. People might be wondering, why are you calling it Ronnie Gill's Cinema of Discovery? Well, Ronnie Gill is a name that used to get shouted across all of Newcastle back in the 80s, probably before that as well, but certainly when I was a child in the 80s and 90s, no matter which street you walked through in Newcastle city centre, you would hear someone looking for Ronnie Gill. They would be standing there, Ronnie Gill, Ronnie Gill, Ronnie Gill. It's not a person that we're looking for. They're selling the Newcastle Evening Chronicle, and that's a Geordie word for chronicle, Ronnie Gill. And as I'm chronicling my DVDs in release order. I thought it appropriate. Anyway, that's what Gan's on in my mind. I've got a 1989 quiz coming out on Sunday, and until then, Gan Canny.